the final thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to on-page SEO is ensuring that when you do everything, your on-page, your titles, your internal links, your schema, and everything else, what you also need to focus on is the dwell time, or the time that people spend on your page when they land on it. And you want to probably optimize that where possible. So here's just a random example of a page in my website, CTR manipulation. So I've got different sections on this page, so people can scroll down to the bots, or they can go back up and watch the video. And what I like to do is add the video, embed a video into the page, so that it increases people's time on the website. Now, is that hugely important from an SEO point of view? 100%. The more dwell time or time on website that you get, the more that page looks important. So if someone lands on your page and it doesn't have a video, it doesn't have good information, and they bounce off of it, that's a negative signal to the search engines. If they watch your video or scroll down because you're talking about bots or emulators or FAQs, then that is going to keep people on the page, and that's where it's really important. So adding FAQs, adding a video, or adding anything that's going to be visually appealing to the people that land on these pages is really, really important, because that could be the make or break thing between position 2 or position 1. That dwell time, that engagement, that click-through rate. And that's where it's really important when you come to your meta descriptions, for example. They really don't make a huge difference to your SEO in general. However, it encourages clicks. It encourages that click-through rate, and click-through rate and engagement are signals that Google take very seriously. As you can imagine, if you were Google and your competitors getting all of the clicks and your website's not, then you're never really going to rank above them, because all those user engagement signals are telling you that that other page is 10 times better than your page, because every time someone clicks on your page, they're off it very, very quickly. So those user engagement signals, including dwell time and everything else, are something you want to look at. Now, you can go to your analytics and you can dig really deep into the data. You can see the average page duration. You can go into your pages and see what's going on. If you are struggling to understand why people are bouncing off your website, you can add something like Hotjar, which shows you a heat map of your page, because maybe people are struggling on the page. There's loads of different options for you to try and optimize your dwell time and click-through rate and engagement time. And you can use your Google Analytics to basically go through all of that data and try and make sure that your pages are working relatively well. So you can basically go into all of this stuff. You can check whether people use mobiles. You can dig so deep into analytical information to figure out maybe if your page doesn't look great on a mobile, you maybe want to optimize that for mobile so that dwell time is much improved in a mobile. It could be an amazing amount of different reasons why people are leaving your website, but you've got the data there in analytics to analyze that and try and improve that page's performance. Just remember, people don't like reading hordes of text. People do like a nice infographic, a nice video, or whatever that's going to keep them on that website for longer than they would potentially stay on your competitors' websites. So make sure that you do consider this when you're doing your on-page SEO. It's not just about ranking for keywords. It's not just about adding a nice internal linking structure or some nice headers. You also need to try and make sure that you put the final nail in the coffin by keeping those people on the page on your website.